Plasma Islet has arrived in My Singing Monsters, bringing us a beautiful song, an amazing and fun new mechanic, and of course a new monster along with a brand new class. There's so much to discuss and we'll be making plenty of theories about the future of this island. As many were theorizing, it has now been confirmed that we will indeed have a mini island for each ethereal element, totaling 5 ethereal islets that will complete this new saga, just like we had with the Magical Island saga. That saga started with Psychic Island, followed by Fairy Bone and Light Islands. Now we begin with Plasma Islet and will continue receiving more islets for each element. Just like with the Magical Islands, there's a high chance that these islets will be released in a random order. Light Island, for example, is technically the first in the sequence of Magical Islands, yet it was the last to be added to the game. Now, all we can do is theorize about how much time will pass between each islet's release. If we look at the release timeline of the Magical Islands, it took about a year. Psychic Island was released in September 2019 and the last one, Light Island, came in September 2020. Considering that these new islets are smaller islands, since an islet is essentially a small island, it's possible that their release timing will follow a similar pattern. However, since there are 5 ethereal islets compared to 4 magical islands excluding Magical Nexus and Magical Sanctum, the release intervals might be shorter. I don't think we'll get a new islet too quickly, but I also don't believe it will take many months. If they only release 2 islets per year, this saga would only conclude in 2027 with the last islet. So I believe we'll have all the islets in the game by the end of 2026, and I really hope that happens. It would be amazing to get a new islet every 4 or 5 months. Now let's talk about the new Primordial monsters. As we can see, Plasma Islet's Primordial monster is the plant Primordial, and we also know that each of these islets will feature a Primordial from a natural element that corresponds to the natural island of each ethereal element. For example, the Shadow Islet's Primordial will have the cold element, and the Poison Islet's Primordial will have the earth element, following a clear pattern. This will be really interesting to see unfold. We also know that these Primordials are statues we've already seen in the game's universe, and we have confirmation of some of them and their respective islands. First, let's meet each of them: Fundhul, Bogle, Droa, and Tunifor. 2 of them are already confirmed for future islets thanks to the Formula of Life 2023 trailer. In this trailer, we saw Gus looking at the Lobi statue, which then became the Plasma Islet's Primordial. Following this logic, Geode looks at the Toon4 statue, meaning Toon4 will be the Primordial of the Crystal Islet, and Humbug sees the Bogle statue, meaning Bogle will be the Primordial of the Poison Islet. As for the other 2, we'll only find out when their islands are revealed, but we can theorize that Droa will be the Primordial of Shadow, and Fundhul will be the Mechanical Primordial, arriving on their respective ethereal islands in the future. My Singing Monsters is truly returning to its golden era, much like the period from 2019 to 2022, when we received 10 new islands over 3 years. Now, we are witnessing another wave of island releases. There's also speculation that at the end of this saga we will get an ethereal gold island, which is very possible. After all, we have a gold island for all the natural monsters, Amber Island for all the fire monsters, and Magical Nexus for all the hybrid magicals. Of course, the pure magicals don't have their own gold island yet and only reside in Magical Sanctum, but I believe they will get more islands in the future. So, I strongly believe that at the end of this islet saga, we will see a super ethereal island with all the ethereal monsters. On top of that, My Singing Monsters still has so much content to release: new Titan Souls, new Paranormals, and maybe even a Primordial Island featuring all the Primordials, or a Paranormal Island featuring all the Paranormals. I am confident this will happen. In the coming years, we will see brand new content arrive in my singing monsters, which is why I say we are only at the beginning of this new golden age for my singing monsters. Before wrapping up, I want to share my thoughts on Plasma Islet. Guys, I absolutely love this islet. Seriously, it's amazing. The sound of this new island is perfect, the monsters are fantastic, and I love seeing the ethereals from Ethereal Island getting new sounds and animations. Even the ethereals from the workshop are getting new sounds. Over the next few months, we'll see this happen more often. I also love the new mechanic. I really appreciate when BBB introduces fresh, original ideas to the game. A new way to obtain monsters is always welcome. It breaks the routine of just relying on breeding or inventory mechanics. All of this has made me even more excited to play my singing monsters. Even though I'm at the maximum level, my enthusiasm for playing every day is returning thanks to the theories, updates, and anticipation for what's next. So that's the video. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on Plasma Islet and what you're most excited about in this new saga. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.